Yeah, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shin Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? This is Thursday, October the 11th, 2018, B-Blog number 2421. Hey, you know what? We're just going to jump right on into what's coming up, what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? How about the Big Bam on the Katy? Oh, yesterday I was talking about that concert that I didn't think was going to be pulled off. They done it. They done it anyway. Wind howling, no rain. It was just cold, cold as ice. It's cold as ice. Try to make a sacrifice. The Big Bam on the Katy, 5 p.m. to 1 p.m. located at Bishop's Landing. That's 1050 South Riverside Drive, St. Charles, Missouri, 63301. Bishop's Landing. What, they changed the location? Why, they sure did. It was going to be at Frontier Park. Big Bam on the Katy concludes with a St. Charles celebration on Bishop's Landing, featuring food trucks, drinks, and music. Food trucks and drinks will be available from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., and music featuring Big Mike and the Blue City All-Stars from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Well, I'm glad I looked that up, because, I'd have been in the wrong place. I'd have been sitting there in Frontier Park, right there by the depot. Wouldn't have been there tall. Would have been back over there by the boathouse. That's right, over by the boathouse. It's a boat house. So that's where it would have been. Over by the boat house. I believe that's where it is. So yeah, over by the boathouse. So, anywho, that's the Big Bam. The Big Bam. And then how about the Renaissance Festival? Let's not forget about the Renaissance Festival out there in Rotary Park in Wentzville, Missouri. Yes, sir, that's 2577 West Meyer Road, Wentzville, Missouri. 63385. That's right, 63385 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekendly. That'd be Saturdays and Sundays. All right. Well, all right. All the way through October 14th. So you got one more weekend. This will be the one you can catch. Oh, this will be the one that's in that. Oh, this will be the one that you can catch. It's the St. Louis Renaissance Festival is a long-standing event that brings you to the adventures and excitement and spirit of the Renaissance. Travel back in time as you step into this beautifully wooded 16th century French villa we call Petit Lion. Thrill to the exploits of jousting knights on thundering steeds. Roam the village shops for unique crafts as our artisans demonstrate period skills such as blacksmithing and woodworking. Delight in comedy, music, magic, and more on our 9 stages of nonstop entertainment. Feast on delicious food and drink from around the world, the far reaches of the globe, and interact with the colorful villagers, nobles, peasants, and characters of the ages past. Children will love the petting zoo and games and daily free activities. Adults will enjoy beer, wine, and mead at our 3 thematic pubs. And there is truly something for everyone at the St. Louis Renaissance Festival. Huzzah! All right, all right, all right. How about the food truck event? Now, the food truck event will be held on at 500 South Riverside Drive in St. Charles, Missouri. That would be between the depot and the bandstand. October the 16th, that is. That is October the 16th. That'll be the day after my birthday. Join us in Frontier Park for this food truck event. Enjoy live entertainment as you indulge in a variety of delicious food options that will be available by several different food truck vendors. Bring your family and your friends for a relaxing event in the park. Please keep in mind that some trucks at this event may be cash only. In addition, it is recommended that you bring your own lawn chair and or blanket. Alrighty then. Indulge and enjoy. That's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Located at the Riverside Drive, October 16th. What day is that? Let's see. What day is October 16th? Why, the third's going to be a Tuesday. Tuesday it will be. And then what's next? Missouri Celebration. October 17th is going to be Missouri Celebration, or Missouri Day Celebration. That's what it's going to be. October the 17th, 2018. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at the First State Capitol Historical Site in St. Charles, Missouri. Yep, that's right, in St. Charles, Missouri. Well, let's see. I don't know why they keep calling this stuff. They've done this the other day. Making Missouri celebrate our diversity. Missouri has served as the gateway between the East and West for hundreds of years. Over time, travelers from all over the world have passed through and settled in Missouri, from the French architect in St. Genevieve to the Bosnian restaurants in St. Louis. Missouri's history is a patchwork quilt of ethnic identities. Join us at the historic site on Missouri Day to celebrate the diverse cultures that make Missouri that makes Missouri. There will be food, music, dance, crafts, games, storytelling, and oral history, and more. This free event is open to the public. School groups are encouraged to make reservations by calling 636-940-3322. For more details on the activities, please contact the site. And then Legends and Lanterns. That's about the last thing I'm going to talk about. October the 20th. Starting October 20th, which will be 2 weekends from now, right? Yeah, not next weekend, but the weekend after that. Yeah, well, I guess tomorrow starts this weekend. Pretty much. So anyway, October 20th through 28th, recurring weekendly Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Some Fridays, they're not giving me a time, but I believe it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 p.m. And then Saturdays are going to be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sundays will be 12 to 5 p.m. Down on Main Street. Main Street. All right. That's 230 South Main Street, St. Charles, Missouri. Right now, if you're moseying around down on Main Street, you can see a few of the ghouls and the goblins just kind of prancing around, floating around in different places. They pop in here and they pop in there. Had a sighting at the hospital the other day. Mummy come in for some rewrap, I believe. Needed some more bandages. And anyway, finding the inspiration from the past, the festival will offer a vintage charm of Halloween in the 1910s through the 1930s, to the historical rituals and customs brought to the holiday by the Druids and Victorians, to the ethereal atmosphere depicted in American ghost stories and the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Now, this event will offer fun for guests of all ages. A little silly, a little macabre, but all in all, good fun. Legends and Lanterns will allow visitors to get in the spirit for the holiday All Hallows Eve. The festival will feature scarecrows, hay rides throughout history, and a ghostly guests with historic Main Street as its backdrop. That's right. Some of the characters, let's go and look at some of the characters. I'm going to name off a few of these characters. Well, maybe I am. Hey, now, the other day, sorry about that snuffle up, I guess. The other day, I found a whole list of who the characters were going to be. Now I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh, that's just a shame. Here we'll go that route. We'll go this route. We'll find out a spirited journey through Halloween's history. Okay, here are a few of the ghosts that you might be uh, meeting. Meet your ghosts. Here are your ghosts. Meet our ghostly guests. That's right, our ghostly guests. How about Edgar Allan Poe, Lizzie Borden? Lizzie Borden chopped her parents all up. Ooh, it was horrible, horrible, horrible. Edgar Allan Poe quoteth the Raven, nevermore. Meet Mr. Poe on Main Street and discover why he knows what he knows. Blech. American history. America's master of horror. Lizzie Borden took an axe. Did she or didn't she? Ask her side of the story when you meet her for yourself. That's Lizzie Borden. And how about Baba Yoga? Baba Yaga, are you a fan of chicken legs? Meet Baba Yaga. She built her hut on a giant chicken leg, and she as unpredictable as her own legged foundation. Will she be kind or gentle or wild and untamed? Yaga baga, bugga bugga bugga. She a witchy looking lady. She a witchy woman. Witchy witchy looking lady. How about druid priestess? Ooh, she's a hottie. Our druid priestess will tell you all about the Gallic festivals of Samanthian and the darker half of the year. Find out the original origins of trick-or-treating and what the term means. Yeah, that sounds cool. And then there's Stingray Jack. Oh, so why do you carve jack-o'-lanterns? Anyway, well, where did this custom come from? Well, and who the heck is miserable Irish ne'er-do-well known as Stingray Jack? Here's his side of the story during the Legends of Lanterns. So don't forget, go find Stingray Jack and find out why we have the jack-o'-lantern in the first place. How about the gingerbread witch? Ooh, Hansel and Gretel. Can tell you about her. Hansel and Gretel would be scarily scared. We wouldn't take any candy from this old crone. Why, she might seem sugary sweet, and she can't be trusted. Remember to teach your children not to take candy from strangers. And how about Igor? Well, or Igor. Either way, it's pronounced Igor. He'll ask you, but you probably shouldn't put your hand in his jar. Oh, brains. Find out how this loyal hunchback served and helped Dr. Frankenstein achieve his goals. Is it Frankenstein or Frankenstein? Depends on whether it's Igor or Igor, I would have to claim. How about Guy Fawkes? Yes, remember the 5th of November? And be sure to stay clear of Guy's barrel of powder. Be sure to ask him about Bonfire Night in the United Kingdom. It's one of his favorites. Ha ha ha. A penny for the guy. Guy Fawkes. How about Abigail Williams? Abigail Williams, friends. Do you remember the witch hunts? I mean, the witch stories? Well, don't let Miss Williams trick you into exposing your witchcraft. As the ringleader of the afflicted girls, Abigail will make you reveal your secrets. That's Abigail Williams for you. She's a meanie. And then Madame Esmeralda. How about a crystal ball reading? Let Madame Esmeralda take a glimpse into your future. A few tokens and she'll read your palm or take a glimpse into her crystal ball to answer your burning questions. Yes, we've got all kinds of ghostly goblins. That's right. And how about La Katrina? La Katrina, woo, she's a ghouly looking gal. She's got half a face and the other half ain't. As the spirit of Dia de los Muertos, La Katrina will share some of Mexico's cheerful and traditional customs to celebrate and honor the souls of departed loved ones. And then, how's about Sweet Todd and Sweeney Todd and Mrs. Lovett? Don't be over there eating their meat pies. You know where they come from. That's right. If a friend goes to get the closest shave ever by the demon barber of Fleet Street and never returns, don't stop by Mrs. Levette's for a meat pie. And how about Medusa? That's right, once a beauty with no compare. This gorgon named Medusa was now turns men to stone. Beware to avoid her, stare at your or stare to avoid her stare, or you will suffer the curse of Medusa. And I thought that was Medusa, but guess not. How about pirates? You know the most famous pirate. How about Blackbeard? One of the terrors of the seven seas, Edward Teck, will send a shiver up and down your spine and plunder your treasures without a second thought. Aye, shiver me timbers. And then there's Miss Havisham. Miss Havisham from the movie or story Great Expectations. When you have great expectations and you've been betrayed by the one you love, there's nothing left to do but plot your revenge. Ha ha. And how about Byron Shamati? Baron Shamati. Baron Shamati. If you're seeking good luck and healing or a good time on Saturday night, look for a top hat and tuxedo jacket, and Baron Samadi won't be far behind. And who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Well, you should be afraid of the big bad wolf. You shouldn't dawdle in the woods on your way home to grandmother's house. Oh no, you may find yourself seeing my but grandmother, what big teeth you have. If you do, don't wait for her answer. Just jump out and go. Who's afraid of the bad big wolf? The bad big wolf. Angry villagers. Always got to have some angry villagers to storm the castles and what not. Are they a merry band of bumbling peasants or a proverbial horde of angry villagers? Stay near them as they attempt to rid Main Street of unwanted guests. And then the Victorian mourner. That's right, learn how to express your grief like a true Victorian lady. When you visit Morbid Curiosity, you can learn the tricks of the trade. And then the history guides. Yes, our ghostly guides will be happy to spill the proverbial Halloween beans and the paranormal history of Main Street. Join them for a hayride throughout history or for the retelling of famous legends right here in Main Street, St. Charles. And that's it, my friends. That's all the guests, ghosts, and ghouls that we're going to have down on Main Street. So let's see how much time I burnt up. Probably all of it. Oh, yeah, all of it. So it looks like it's about time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And so to get there, we're going to go here. It's time for our daily bread. No Halloween songs today. It's stories of Jesus. That's what it is. I'm going to be reading 1 John 1 through 4, and then John 21:24 through 25. And if you're keeping up with your Bible in the year, you should be reading Isaiah 37 through 38 and Colossians 3. So here we go with 1 John 1 through 4, and then John 2:21, 24 through 25. The incarnation of the word of life. That's what we're going to be reading right here. That which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked at, and our hands have touched. This was we proclaimed concerning the word of life. The life appeared. We have seen it and to testify to it. And we proclaim to the external life which was with the Father as he and Father and has appeared to us. We proclaim to what we have seen and heard, so that you also may have fellowship with us. And our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ. We write this to make our joy complete. Now we're going to do John 21, 24 through 25, or 24 and 25. This is the disciple who testifies to these things and who wrote them down. We know that his testimony is true. Jesus did many other things as well, and if every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. And so there you have it, John 1 through 4, and John 21 through 24 through 25. All right, well, that looks like it's it for me, and I'm going to say, well, goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. I said goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Hey, you know what? This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know God loves you and so do I. So be blessed and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, I'll be here and I hope you are too.